So it's been a little while since the patch hit us, and while update 5.2 absolutely demolished the infantry experience for a lot of players, you guys might be asking yourselves, what are the planes like now? Well, in this video, I'll try to show you that they're actually still fairly good. Good enough to go 180 to 1. So in this gameplay, we're using two loadouts in this A6M20. Right now, we're rocking the 500-pound bombs, and then later on in the game, I try out the incendiaries. In this match, I was just switching the loadouts a bit, just to test them out. It was only my second game since the patch, and yeah, I wanted to find out what works now. As for what you should be using right now, I have to recommend the 500-pounders. It's an easy recommendation for me. They've recently nerfed the inseds. It might be an accident, I don't know, it's DICE. And they've now got a delay between dropping them. It makes it much harder to concentrate both bombs on a single group of enemies, and now with the bombing circle, the 500-pound bombs can be used to great accuracy. So onto the official changes from DICE, here's what we have to work with. I'll put it all up on screen right now, and you can pause it if you want to see it all. But more or less, here's what's important for this plane. So the 20mm cannons, they got nerfed and they're much less lethal from range. The incendiary bombs also got nerfed and they have a much smaller area of effect, and they burn for less time and can't be double dropped, like when you drop them both at the exact same time on the same spot. All bombs can also be aimed now with the same type of bombing circle found on the bomber aircraft, which is what I mean by the bombing circle, I guess. And finally, the Flieger was changed to make it more effective at long range, but easier to use. So far, I think these changes are all actually very fair, with one exception maybe being that the bombing circle is a bit too strong. I also wish the cannons rewarded accuracy a bit more, as for now it's just low skill floor and low skill ceiling. So given all those changes, you might be asking, what is flying actually like? What do you feel when you're flying the planes after the patch? And I think you'll notice a few things if you've seen some of my previous videos before it, but each kill just takes a lot longer. That one there was pretty quick, but in general you're just shooting infantry for a lot longer, and then as you get close you basically get the same kill time as before. So what I do now is I tend to just get closer. I know that I can get fleed from any range, it's just going to happen. As soon as I'm effective, the Fleeg is also effective, so as long as I don't get too close, I may as well just commit a little bit longer and just get into that nice kill zone. There's probably a sweet spot where the damage reaches a certain bullet to kill, and then it doesn't really get much better after that. So I don't know what that distance is yet. If the stats are ever up on Synthic, I'll try to look it up and I'll try to learn to strafe within that distance, but for now I kind of just get the feeling when I'm in the range where my cannons are just 3-tapping people. So I think that's something you can pick up, and we'll see how it ends up going as I get better at playing after this patch. And just to add to this whole anti-tank point, in this recent patch the tanks did receive a decent buff, so they're going to be much more effective against your friendlies. Therefore, if you want to have the same kind of impact, you might want to focus tanks more, which is exactly why we're using these 500-pound bombs. So we should be able to pretty much totally counteract that new patch to tanks and keep all of them at bay, provided that I hit my bombs and I don't get fleegered. Anyways, that's about all I really wanted to cover at the start of the video. I'm not going to be commentating over this entire match since, I don't know, I think it's a bit boring to commentate over a match as long as this one is. I think especially with the Pacific Plains, it does get a bit repetitive when you're commentating over it. It's just more or less strafe, turn around, strafe, turn around, strafe, turn around, dogfight. It's not really much to go over. Anyways, this match right here is about 24 minutes in length, as you can see, but I've edited it down to the best part, so it should be pretty high action, I guess. Now, I get a lot of questions all the time on the settings I run, how I spot enemies, pretty much that kind of stuff. What are my controls? So I'm going to link my guide in the description. I haven't been doing this lately, but I really should be doing it. And if you don't want to hear my voice anymore, you can go over to AKA Art's channel. I've helped him put together a bit of a guide. It was mostly him, to be honest. But, I've gave him some advice there, and he's put out a really, really good guide. So if you don't want to see my video, you can go watch his. It covers a lot of the same stuff, and it's a fantastic video, so definitely go check that one out if you're interested. Anyways, that's it for now. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked the video, once you're done with it, I guess. Or if you already want to dislike it, that's cool as well. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Roger. You should return to the fight.
そこに注意だ。
Objective Able has now been lost. Return to the combat area. Soldiers, we have lost objective Baker. We have lost the sector. Fortify your positions. have lost objective Lim.
としても目標を制圧しろ。